PC, honey.
Oh, what's up, man?
What are you doing? If you're new to video editing or have been around for a while now, you may have heard people say Macs are a must-have for graphic design and video editing. Well, I actually just made my team switch from Mac to PC for video editing, and it's not because I just don't like Macs. But first, if you're new here, my name is Billy Ripka, and I make weekly videos all about teaching you to become a better video editor. So if you want to level up your editing skills, click that subscribe button and the bell notification to stay up to date on the newest videos put out. In October of 2020, I brought on a skilled video editor named Freddie to help me create more content at a higher quality. Now the thing with Freddie is that he edited on a Mac. Now I'm not a huge fan of Apple in general, but this is not one of those why I hate Apple videos. So the first big problems that we ran into was in the area of performance and hardware. So normally when we record these videos, we do it at 4K resolution in 10-bit 422, which is a fancy way of saying it's a thick file. So to process all of that information, you gotta have a beefy computer. Like in fact, just a 3-minute video clip is about 4 gigabytes. And my usual project is normally over 100 when all proxies are rendered and B-roll is added and effects. Now Freddie's 2015 MacBook Pro was not faring too well with it. And when it came to working in Fusion, it really did not like that. So we spent a fair amount of time rendering out proxies and in general keeping Freddie just away from Fusion. So in terms of performance, the MacBook was struggling, and it wasn't something that we could fix because Macs don't allow for upgrades. I mean, crap, in general, Apple just doesn't let you upgrade anything. They solder in all of their components, including the RAM. And that means you can't just take out your old, 32 gigabytes of RAM and upgrade your computer to 64. They solder it all in unless you buy the Mac Pro, which starts at the price of $6,000 and is not any more powerful than my $2,700 PC. Like in fact, my $2,700 PC has more RAM and a better graphics card and more storage. Now I know what you're thinking, Billy, it's a 2015 Mac. The newer ones are better. And you are totally right. The newer ones are definitely better than 2015 Mac for sure. Especially the new M1s, because I've heard a lot of good things about them. I've also heard that they can't handle Fusion well. But anyway, this 2015 Mac is what we're dealing with. So as long as I rendered out proxies for Freddie and he didn't do too much inside of Fusion, we're totally good. That is until I needed to give Freddie some footage. Normally, if I needed to hand off or give the footage to someone else who was editing in the office, I would just ask them for their external SSDs and copy the files over to theirs, and it would just be super quick. But because Freddie used a Mac, our SSDs would not work properly on his computer, so we couldn't quickly hand off footage to him. He couldn't quickly hand off footage back to us. So instead of going and reformatting every single one of our SSDs that we used on PC to edit off of, we actually just went out and bought an external hard drive and formatted it in a way that allowed Mac to talk to PC and they could share files between one another. So to give Freddie footage, what I'd have to do is take this common drive that works on both Mac and PC and upload the footage to it. Then I would take that drive, hand it off to Freddie. He would then download the footage from that drive, and in general, we were just adding steps to our workflow, which made us work slower. So because of the performance issues, like the slow rendering times and the inability to work inside of Fusion without his computer just completely going belly up, the lack of hardware expandability, and the overcomplicated footage handoffs, Freddie and I decided that it was completely time to just part ways with Mac, and instead of going and buying a higher end new MacBook or anything like that, we went with PC. It has the possibility to upgrade, and it integrates seamlessly with our workflow. And from a pure cost perspective, it's just way cheaper to go with a PC. And also the PC is going to have higher end components available for it, like RTX 3090s and 3080s, as opposed to Apple's Radeon. Now I want to just be clear here, I'm not saying that you need to switch from Mac to PC. If you have a workflow that's efficient for you and you're using a Mac, then don't change anything at all. It just works for us to switch from Mac to PC. And now that we've fully done that, our workflow is way more seamless than it was before. And we can easily upgrade our hardware to newer parts that fit our needs, as opposed to just having to go out and purchase a whole new Mac because everything's soldered in. Now I know Freddie loves his Mac a lot, but he seems to be doing pretty well overall with the transition to PC.
PC who?
Hold on.
Retina display, iMessaging, the chat bubbles, they're blue.
Bro, what are you doing?
I'm good, man.
Come on.
Ooh.
Bro, what are you doing?
Nothing.
Don't tell me nothing.
What do you want me to say?
You're gonna go blind looking at that thing.
I know, man. Have a problem?
Can I have it? Give me.
Okay.
Thank you. Now, fix yourself and wash your hands.
Oh, whatever.
Anyway, did you like this type of video? Let me know in the comments below. We had a ton of fun making it and we'll love to do more of these in the future. Anyway, if you want to check out my DaVinci Resolve tutorials, click on the top for a playlist with all of them, or click on the bottom for a video that YouTube thinks that you would like. But until the next one, peace.